Salute to the family. Salute to the team. We are in the building, ladies and gentlemen. While you guys are coming in the room, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, family, so you can be notified whenever we go live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's get it. Salute to the family. Salute to the team. We are in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to the family. We here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, family. Salute. Salute. We in the building. We are live. And it's time to get active, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this evening. I really appreciate you guys. How is the family feeling on this afternoon? Salute to the family. I see y'all in the chat. Salute to Buttercup. Salute to Latoya. Lala in the building. Mob Father in the building. Black Raps in the building. Laura. Patrice in the building. Lashandra in the building. The lovely Tori Experience in the building. Sherry in the building. Salute to the family. We in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. We out here. We got a lot of things that we need to discuss on this evening. Salute to Mighty Me in the building. Barnes in the building. Salute, family. We here. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. While you guys are coming in the room, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we go live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this evening. I really appreciate you guys. So, family, it's a lot of things that we have to discuss on this evening. There is an alleged fight video that just was released on TikTok. We are going to go over that, discuss that, analyze that. But you know what I find so fascinating, family? We over 30 days of this case, going on a month and a half. All of these alleged fight videos and witnesses and pictures and different things like that. Why all of a sudden all of these things are being released almost 2 months into this case? Why not the first day after they retrieve Nolan Will's body out of that ocean? Where are these alleged witnesses that said they seen Nolan? Where was y'all at since day one? Where was this alleged fight video at a month ago? Where was these interviews, these podcast interviews? Where was all these people talking about they seen Nolan here, or I got a picture here, I got a video here? Where was all this a month ago? I find this very suspicious, family. Because I told you guys, this belt to ass, this pressure that we are putting on Ocean Springs, Mississippi, is making them collapse right now. It's all falling apart. It's all falling apart. They tried their hardest to silence us. That didn't work. They sealed the case, thinking that was going to make us run off in a win. That didn't work. We are still here. We are still standing strong, and we are still standing on business and trying to find out what happened to our brother Nolan Wills. Y'all tried everything in a book y'all possibly could have thrown at us. But we bulletproof, ladies and gentlemen. We are bulletproof. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the team. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the team. I told you guys, ladies and gentlemen, since day one, I told you, your voice is not going unnoticed. Your presence is not going unnoticed. That's why they scrambling all around doing 50,000 interviews. The attorneys and Brandon Tatum and TMZ and everybody trying to run an interference, thinking that was going to silence us. But hey, we still here. We still fighting. We still demand answers. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the team. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. So you know that we went over half of the video that Brandon Tatum released of those devils over there, right? Making up a bunch of lies, attacking Nolan Will's mother. There's a fight video that was just released on TikTok. We are going to cover that. And it's a lot of people that's been putting belt to ass over there on TikTok. So shout out to the TikTok content creators. They've been exposing a lot of lies and a lot of contradictions down there in the state of Mississippi. So shout out to the content creators, because it's us, family. We are doing the investigation because the sheriff department, the district attorney, don't give a damn about what happened to Nolan. They don't give a damn. They releasing information. They leaking information to the mainstream media. But Christine don't know what happened to her son. She don't know about the autopsy. She don't know about the toxicology. She don't know about none. But everybody else know about her son. Everybody else. Now these people coming out saying that the CETO call was fake, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is fake. Have you guys have noticed that? Every time we come with some evidence, because we are the ones that's doing the reporting and the investigation. Every time we come with evidence, every time we come up with something, a story, a conclusion, they shoot it down. Oh, that's fake. You got Bart Simpson lawyer out here on Chris Cuomo platform saying that the audio was doctored. It was fake, but he can't prove it. Everybody want to say it's fake. This is not true. Everybody just want to shoot down the evidence. So you know what they tell us, ladies and gentlemen. You know what they tell us. It's all falling apart, ladies and gentlemen. It's all falling apart. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the team. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this evening. Again, I am honored to host you guys. So first things first, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to cover our good sister Janetta that actually enhanced the audio, right? And you know, in that video that we played, right, we're going to finish the second half of that at the end of the live stream. Y'all remember that Warren Jackson Morgan stated in that interview that that video that Brandon Tatum released, that picture that Brandon Tatum released, was the exact moment as the CETO call, right? The exact moment. but they won't release the audio to prove it. But here's the thing. This is where they messed up at, family. On the Cito call, Wyatt stated that we are sinking. We are going down. He is so distracted to the point where he couldn't even tell the dispatcher how much water on the boat, right? And not only that, we heard, oh my God, Nolan, damn it, Bart. We heard females in the background screaming and yelling, is he dead? All of this is going on in the background. But Brandon Tatum and those devils want us to believe that that still picture in that 3-second video all combined together for that Cito call. Okay, family. I know I was born in the daytime, but I wasn't born yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't born yesterday. I wasn't born yesterday at all. Let's get it, family.
You put out, Brandon, that a clip of the boat when Wyatt was on the phone with Cito.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our village pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
You can literally almost see down to the deck.
It's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know. Like we're going down.
And as you can see in that picture, everybody is completely casual while Wyatt's on the phone with Cito. Yeah,
everybody was completely casual. But we heard a bunch of chaos in the back of the video. We heard, damn it, Bart. What the hell did Bart do? We heard, oh, my God, shut the F up. That video and that picture of y'all on that boat was staged. OK, it was staged. Because why would Wyatt say we are going down? Y'all wasn't going down. There was no water on y'all boat. Clearly, you was lying. Is he dead? Oh my God. How can we get, oh my God, how did we get, oh my God, is he dead? Damn it, Bart, in a video with all of y'all just standing around doing the mannequin challenge. And y'all want us to believe that the Cito call in this photo that y'all released to the public all aligned together. Yeah, family, I guess we all was born yesterday. We was born yesterday, ladies and gentlemen.
It's boldly clear that Nolan was not on the boat with us.
Damn it, Bart.
If we were sinking, yes. No, we're not aground.
We are sinking, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Wyatt said on the phone. We are sinking. But they staged this photo to make it seem like, hey, look, Nolan is not on this boat. Listen, look, he's not here. And the thing is, family, y'all heard Jax and Warren yesterday in the interview stated that we told Nolan to get on the boat, get on the boat, get on the boat. The boat was sinking. The water was coming into the motor and the battery. And, you know, I asked Warren the question. The people want to know, why did y'all leave the island if y'all boat was sinking? If y'all boat was sinking in the ocean, why did y'all leave? Why not just stay there and wait for somebody to come rescue you? Why did you want Nolan to get on a sinking boat? That doesn't make sense. Shout out to Mighty Me coming in with the $10 super chat. Justice for Nolan and Carmelo and many more. Thank you for all your hard work. Happy Sunday, host. Thank you so much for that. Mighty Me, I appreciate your support. Shout out to you. Let's keep going, family.
In 17 foot of water. We're in 31 foot of water.
We are in 17 foot of water, and we are in 31 foot of water. I don't know if both of those, align together, family. You guys let me know in the chat. I don't know.
You put out, Brandon, that a clip of the boat when Wyatt was on the phone with Cito.
Wyatt was not on the phone with Cito. This is not the moment when y'all was on the phone with Cito. And I don't even think this photo or video was the exact day on July 4th. Because we heard, oh my God, is he dead? Damn it, Bart. How did we hear all of that going on? I want you guys to understand this too, family. Nobody want to address what we heard on that Cito call. Brandon Tatum then asked him, because he heard the same thing, but he got to act like he ain't heard it. Just like the rest of the YT community. They heard what we heard. They heard, damn it, Bart. Why ain't nobody addressed that? Is it a reason why they don't want to say Bart's name? Because in an interview, they haven't brought up Bart's name. They have to say, this other guy, my buddy. All of a sudden, Bart's name is not mentioned anymore from these guys. And Bart is their friend. It's a reason, family, that they are separating from each other. They are about to crack. Somebody is about to crack in that friend group. Best believe that. Because the first interview with Brandon Tatum, he brought up Bart's name multiple times. Multiple times. He tried to, refrain from saying his name by keep saying my buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. And then he slipped up and said Bart. And then when the audio call was released, we heard, damn it, Bart. And now all of a sudden, Bart appears. Because we didn't know nothing about Bart. We didn't know that Bart told y'all or nothing like that. Y'all didn't mention that. Nobody mentioned that. But ever since Bart got exposed for being in that CETO call, he ran and got his ass a lawyer, and now his attorney coming out here saying that this audio is doctored. Shout out to Taylor coming in with the $2 super chat. Ringo Dingo is a clown. Yeah, I done cooked Ringo so many times. I think I got to bring it back, Taylor. I think I got to bring it back because Ringo been over there thirsty for our attention. He's desperate for attention over there on that dad-ass platform. And, the bootlicking and the Samboing and up over there, it's not working. Like, he's thirsty for super chats, donations, clicks and views, and the people just not support him. I told you guys, the Sambo class is dying out. It's down now. They all at the bottom, fighting for scraps. Black fatigue this, black fatigue this. Nolan Wells, he drowned. That's all. That's the only thing that they got, right? It's only so many, platforms that these low IQ community people can, listen to. But, good luck with your channel, Ringo. But I'm going to cook your ass again. I see what you're doing over there.
Y'all remember on July 27th when Brandon Tatum shared the breaking news, which was supposedly the evidence of the young adults on the boat being towed, right? If you don't remember, let me show you right quick.
Smash that like button, family. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel, family. Let's get the likes up, family. We got almost 500 people in the building. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this evening. I appreciate you guys. It's an honor to host you guys on this afternoon. Thank you so much. Let's get the likes up, family. Let's get 300 likes in the next 5 minutes. Let's get to work, family.
Let me make sure we all see the date.
July the 27th.
How is it that at this latest interview, that same exact evidence is now evidence of them on the phone with CETO?
I just want to make this very clear and abundantly clear for the audience. Are you saying that the video that I posted, which is like a 3-second loop, now I have a lot more of the video, but to not expose people that have nothing to do with this, I only posted the smaller part, the 3-second part. Are you saying?
No, it was a reason why you only released 3 seconds, right? It was a reason why you only released 3 seconds. You did that on purpose because what can we get out of a 3-second video? Why won't you release the audio of the 3-second video then? Why did you mute the 3 second? Because you had to mute that video, Brandon Tatum. You had to mute that video. That video, if it's even real, it could be a screenshot, a live photo or something like that. I don't know. But if this video is real, why don't you release the full video, block out the people faces that don't want to be identified, and release the audio of it? That's all we want to hear. Or better yet, just release the audio of the video. How about block out everybody's face and just give us the audio so we can align the CETO call to this alleged photo and video that y'all claiming that was happening at the same time of the CETO call? Is that a deal, Brandon Tatum? Do we got a deal, fat boy? That's all I want to know. Because you said you trying to defend people that was on Bart's boat. Okay, cool, got it. They don't want to be seen. They don't want to be in this mess. How about block out their faces, Block out everybody's face. How about that? And just release the audio so we can put 2 and 2 together. If this video was at the moment that they call Cito. That's what I want to know. Shout out to Diva coming in with the $5 super chat. Find it strange that Wyatt and Bart haven't made a world tour yet. Somebody's going to turn on somebody pretty soon. You know why? Diva, they have to go to a controlled environment. They're not going to go on a world tour yet. They got to stay over there where it's safe. They're not going to get grilled or, ask tough questions and get pushbacks and follow-up questions because Brandon Tatum just asked them a question and then he move on to the next subject, Diva. So they're going to stay over there where it's safe. They don't even want to go to Fox News, their favorite white supremacist platform. But shout out to you, Diva, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you.
During that time, a portion of that, Wyatt was on the phone with Cito. So a portion of that is the Cito call.
What's up, family?
And that Nolan is not on that boat.
Correct.
Which one is it?
Mm-hmm.
How can the same set of photos and videos be used as evidence or proof of two different things?
Exactly.
How is it also evidence of them being on the phone with Cito, calling for a tow,
While getting told.
needing a tow, while also being towed?
And that's what I'm see, family, I promise you, all of us was born yesterday. All of us was born yesterday. And we stated this yesterday, family, in the live stream. Why would y'all leave the island if y'all boat was sinking? That's dumb of y'all. And not only that, why would y'all call for a tow if Bart towed y'all in? And then once the dispatcher asked you, do you want the Coast Guard? You said no. You didn't want nobody to come help you. Because when the dispatcher called the captain stated that I talked to the father or the grandfather and he told me they don't need our services. Why? What was the point of the call if you didn't need no help? What was the point? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you want Nolan to get on a boat that was allegedly sinking? Y'all wasn't sinking. Y'all wasn't going down. All of this is cap. Y'all making all this up. Brandon Tatum came out here like he had, proof. Y'all gonna apologize to these boys. Y'all gonna well, I got the pictures. I got the evidence. You gave us a 3-second video with no audio. You gave us a picture that you can't even provide timestamps. You can't even provide us their location. None of that. And you want us to apologize to them? Come on, dude. Stop it. Shout out to Tyler coming in with the $5 super chat. Like Johnny Cash said, don't take everybody for a friend. They did something to him. The truth is going to come out. Ringo, your time is coming too. Absolutely. Everything is collapsing right now. Right now, Ringo, he just wants some attention, family. He just wants some attention. We done put belt to ads on him so many goddamn times. We gonna get around to him. I told you guys. I don't know if you guys new to this platform. I am the Sambo Slayers. I am the Black Assassin. We put belt to ads over here. If you go against the family, I show up like the boogeyman. Let's keep going, ladies and gentlemen. Get the likes up, family.
Make it make sense.
It don't make sense.
The difference between me and Tatum is I've been transparent and honest since day one. That's all I got.
Yeah, and they try to discredit our sister, right? His attorney came out and stated that this video is doctored. Don't believe it. It's made up. It's fake. Everything fake. Every time something come out and prove that they are lying and they are covering up something, it's fake. Don't believe it. They pushing false propaganda. Black media is just, attacking white folks. They just want to attack them boys. Don't believe everything is fake, but they can't never debunk us. They don't have no proof. They don't have no evidence.
I just want to make this very clear and abundantly clear for the audience. Are you saying that the video that I posted, which is like a 3-second loop. Now, I have a lot more of the video, but to not expose people that have nothing to do with this, I only posted the smaller part, the 3-second part.
And I find it very hilarious for him to say that I only gave out 3 seconds because I don't want to expose somebody that didn't have nothing to do with it. Bro, you have a team of people that edit videos and different things like that. It's very easy to block out somebody's name, face. It's very easy to blur out people's faces in videos, bro. We in 2026, Brandon Tatum. You know that. You know that. It's a reason why you only provided 3 seconds, bro. Like, stop playing. Shout out to AQ coming in with the $2 super chat. Is his video you can see something pop up? I saw that.
Are you saying during that time, a portion of that, Wyatt was on the phone with Cito, so a portion of that is the Cito call, and that Nolan is not on that boat?
Correct.
You see how the trolls in the chat, this photo is staged, ladies and gentlemen. This photo is staged. They had to make sure that they took a picture of this moment with them just standing around looking stupid. And it's a reason why they didn't pan that camera around to Bart's boat. That's who we want to see. Because we heard, damn it, Bart. Hey, damn it, Bart. Let's see the people that was on your boat, right? Let's see the deck of your boat. Yeah, let's see what's going on the behind that camera. And matter of fact, Brandon Tatum, can you at least tell us who was recording this video and what was the purpose of this? What was the purpose? Because Warren stated that, hey, everybody was calm. When we called Cito with nothing going on. But what you forgot, Warren, is that it was a whole bunch of chaos going on behind that call. In this 3-second video, y'all just standing around. That's all y'all doing. So it don't add up. This is a lie, right? These interviews are backfiring on y'all. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the team. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this evening. Let's get the likes up, family. Shout out to the mainstream media that's over here watching, that's over here swagger jacking. Shout out to the trolls, right? I knew you guys was going to come out the woodwork sooner or later. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us. I want you to be here on this evening. I need the trolls in the building. I need the mainstream media in the building. I need everybody in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody. Salute to the family. Let's go.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and
look
our
at it.
pump stopped working. We're sinking.
And if you look at Watt's face in this video, family, there's nothing. It seems like he's not even talking. This is a stage photo. This is a stage video. So just in case somebody come back to this situation, they can say, hey, look, Nolan wasn't in the boat with us. Okay, cool. Nolan wasn't in the boat with you. But can you do me one favor? Can you turn that phone around and let me see on the other boat? Yeah, can we do that? Can you just turn the phone around for me so I can see who's on Bart's boat? Please do me and the family a favor by turning that phone around.
Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
Are you saying during that time?
No, it wasn't during that time. There was a goddamn lie. There was a lie, family. It was a lie, and they know it's a lie. But we already know Brandon Tatum's motive, right? He's promoting his liquor brand. That's the only reason why he's so invested inside of this case. All of the attorneys and Brandon Tatum, they working together to try to interfere and grift off this case. So he is irrelevant. He's a troll. He's a clown. But we going to continue to put belt to ass to him because he's an idiot. To all the trolls in here, your Sambo class don't matter anymore. Your Sambo class don't speak for us. We clown your Sambo class. We know how stupid and idiotic that Brandon Tatum is, right? It don't matter if the black person was a victim. He's going to take the side of the low IQ community. We know how he get down. We was born in the daytime, family, but we was not born yesterday. You was not about to convince us that that video and that picture are lying with that Cito call. We know better than that, ladies and gentlemen. These people think we got stupid written on our forehead. Salute to the family. Salute to the team. We are in the building. Yeah, I know y'all mad. I know y'all mad. But family, this is This is what I want to show y'all, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I want to show you guys. This video was released of an alleged altercation that happened on the island with somebody fighting in the water. Let's go.
Oh my God, watch. Watch.
I'm gonna go back to it, Candy Girl. If you guys can see right here in the water, it's gonna play a little bit closer towards the end. But I want you guys to pay attention to this guy right here with the blue shorts on. Somebody is fighting in the water and they are watching. Pay attention. It's a fight that's happening right there in the water. I don't know if this Nolan. I'm not stating this as a matter of fact, but it's a fight that's going on in the water and everybody just sitting there looking at the fight. And by the way, Warren that said that nobody bring their phones off the boat and nobody use their phone on the island. It's a man right here that's on the phone. Every time I see pictures and videos that were on the 4th of July, somebody got their phone off the boat. So, hey, Warren, this a guy that's on the island having a full conversation on his phone. Idiot. Look at him. He walked away. He walked away, family. This guy with the blue shorts was watching that fight, and he walked away. And, hey, Warren, again, there's a man right here on his phone having a full conversation on the island. But let me guess. There's no service on the island, and nobody brings their phone off the boat. If you guys look at this picture, somebody's feet is in the air. Somebody's feet is in the air, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this photo. Somebody is upside down in the water fighting. And my question is, District Attorney, who is this? All of those people that was on that island, somebody needed to find out who is that guy that was on them, standing right there looking at this altercation. Who is this? Who's these two individuals that fighting? And another question that I need answers to: who didn't make it out of that fight right here? Because somebody didn't make it out. In my opinion, allegedly, I believe that somebody didn't make it out of this fight.
Oh my God.
Let's try another video. Look at this guy that's waving his hand, family. I want you guys to really catch this. Look at the arrows in the video. Pay attention to this guy in the blue shirt, in the blue shorts, that's watching the fight, waving his hands, right? He's waving his hands. Everybody is paying attention to this altercation that's happening in the water. These people are standing around watching people fight and nobody is trying to intervene. This guy with the blue shorts sat there and watched that fight and walked off. It's people that's on the boat that's watching this fight, that's witnesses to the fight, and they just act like they don't even see nothing. They act like they don't ever see nothing. And I'm not stating that this is Nolan. I don't know. I can't see clearly. We're not saying this, but this is more evidence of another altercation, because we already knew that Tristan had an altercation. We know that Warren brother had an altercation. Is this Warren brother? Because Warren brother knows jiu-jitsu. People are speculating that maybe he had Nolan in the headlock. We don't know. I'm not stating this as a matter of fact, but that's what a lot of people are coming with the conclusion that maybe he did this. We don't know. I don't know. But my question is, why we're not talking about this fight that's happening on Horn Island? Hey, Warren, can you come back and do another video? Can you explain to us who was in this video fighting? And can you explain to us why this fat ass white boy right here on the phone having a full conversation with somebody? But you said nobody have their phone on the island. No, we're a tight-knit community. Nobody had no phone. But you know what Warren did not state, family? Warren did not tell us who was the person that his brother got the fight with. Tristan told us that some random white guy walked up on him and said that they did not like the way that he was talking to his white girlfriend and he need to stop. And then the white boy put hands and feet on him. That's what we know. But my question is, family, I don't know if you guys know this. Who was Warren's brother fighting on the island? Because Warren stated that his brother had somebody in a, submission position on the ground in the headlock. I can't zoom in, family. If it zoom in, it's going to be super, super blurry. It's going to be super, super blurry. I tried to zoom it in. You're not going to see anything. But all I want to know is, who is this fighting in this water? That's what I want to know. Is it you, Tristan? Is it Warren, brother? Is it Nolan? Because that guy that's standing right there with them blue shorts, he can identify who's that fighting. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, there's 2 or 3 boats right here. They literally standing on the boat watching this. They are watching it. He waving his hand. He waving his hands, ladies and gentlemen, but he's not stopping the fight. Nobody is stopping the fight. Nobody's stopping the fight. I want to know, did somebody make it out of this fight alive? That's what I want to know. I want to know, did somebody make it out of this fight alive? Hey, Brandon Tatum, can you do another interview right quick? Hey, Warren. Hey, Judge Cole. Jax Morgan. Who is this? Hey, Tristan, since you want to jump in and interfere and insert yourself in this case, who is this fighting on this island? We know you watching. We know the mainstream media watching. Hey, TMZ, since you know so much, who is this? Since you want to run an interference in this case and talk about alleged witnesses that said they seen Nolan at 6, hey, to the witnesses out there that said they seen Nolan at 6, is this where you seen Nolan? Is this where you seen Nolan? Because my thing is, everybody said they seen Nolan at 3, at 4:30, at 6, but they can never explain where was Nolan when they seen them. What was he doing? Who was he talking to? Who was he around? We can't never hear that. But they want to come out here, family, and give us a blanket statement that they seen Nolan at 6 o'clock. I seen Nolan at 4:30. I seen Nolan at 3 o'clock. Last time I seen Nolan, he was with the Katie girl. But the thing about that, family, the thing about the Katie girl is, Katie brought receipts. So you can't use Katie as an alibi because Katie wanted to make sure that she was cleared of all wrongdoing, right? Because y'all tried to run over there.
Looks like our girl KK said
and
you're
use
not
her.
gonna get me.
So let's go through Katie's timeline. And I want to know exactly this moment because whoever recorded this video know the time when this altercation happened, right? This is 6:02. The 2 witnesses came out and said they seen Nolan at 6 o'clock. Katie have showed us a Snapchat video, and she also provided us timestamps. Ocean Spring, Mississippi, July 4th, 2026 at 6:02. She's on a boat headed back home. So you cannot use Katie as a alibi. My question is to the person that was recording this, what time was this? And we also need to question the guy that was sitting there waving at these people fighting. Why didn't you go break up the fight? Why not? What was they fighting for? And who was those people? That's my question, family. That's my question. People saying that they believe that the fight was with Nolan and Bart. Maybe so. I don't know. People saying I don't trust her either. Me neither. I don't trust none of them. But all I'm doing is providing the timestamps, right? But the thing is, Katie went to the police department. Katie took a lie detector test. I don't trust her either, ladies and gentlemen. Best believe that. I don't trust none of them. I don't trust none of them. But the thing is, family, the reason why I will lean more towards Katie, because they are turning their back on Katie. See, that's the person that we need to be put in focus on, the person that they trying to put the blame on. See, everybody is trying to put the blame on Katie. That's why Katie, since day one, she did not get an attorney. Katie, as the attorney stated, right? Attorney Tyler Cox stated that Katie took a lie detector test, not the poly kind, the voice stretcher, and she passed without an attorney. She provided us timestamps of her whereabouts. But my question is, who recorded this video? And why are we just now seeing this video almost 2 months later? 2 months later, almost 2 months later. Who is this person that's recording this video? Who released this video? Shout out to AQ coming in with the $2 super chat. Ain't no sun. That looked like later in the day. You right about that, AQ. This does look like later in the day. And this is what I'm saying. When those witnesses came out and stated that they seen Nolan at 6 o'clock. Okay, cool. You seen Nolan at 6. Can you at least explain to us what was Nolan doing at 6 o'clock? What was Nolan doing at 6 o'clock? And you know why I'm leaning towards this might be Nolan fighting in this water, family. You know why I'm leaning more towards this might be Nolan. I don't know. I'm not stating this as a matter of fact. This is my opinion of why I believe that this is Nolan fighting until somebody prove me otherwise. Brandon Tatum, Bussy Tatum, stated that he spoke to some witnesses and they said that they saw Nolan in the altercation. And 2 people on the island approached these witnesses and told them that you are going to spend the rest of your life in jail. That's what Brandon Tatum said on his platform. That somebody told him that they seen Nolan in their altercation. And 2 other people on that island approached another group of people that was there with Nolan and told them that you are going to spend the rest of your life in jail. And my question is, what did they do? Why would you walk up to somebody and tell them you are going to spend the rest of your life in jail, but you're not going to report what they did that would have them in jail for the rest of their life? Like, and this is why I don't trust none of these people down here in Ocean Springs. All of them are racist pieces of shit to me. All of them are. Everybody that's on that island, in my opinion, are helping covering up this case. Because ain't no way in hell, family, all of those people on that island didn't see nothing. When we clearly see somebody standing there watching those people fight in that water, we clearly see people in the boats watching these people fight. Somebody saw something, ladies and gentlemen. This has to be the biggest cover up of the century. If everybody down there in Ocean Springs, because I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, don't get it twisted. Don't fall for this, we a tight-knit community and ain't no racism down here. When it's time to get on code with their people, they gonna get on code. Just like Nancy Grace. She's getting on code. One moment she fucked Nolan, then next moment she backtracking. She allegedly deleting audios off her page. I told you Nancy Grace was a piece of shit. Anti-black racist. She's just grifting off this case because she's believing the attorney that's coming out and saying that, hey, this audio is fake. The audio is fake. Pictures are fake. Videos is fake. Anything that black media is talking about and covering is fake. It's false. Don't believe it. They just race baiting. They just race hustling. But we all need to believe Brandon Tatum, ladies and gentlemen. We all need to believe Brandon Tatum. But my question still stands, and me and the family want to know, who is this individual with their feet up in the air? You can clearly see this person. It looked like light blue shorts. It looked like the shorts that Nolan had on, family. It looked like the shorts that Nolan had on. Somebody is flipping somebody upside down in this video with light blue shorts on with dark legs. This don't look like a white person, ladies and gentlemen. This don't look like a white person. And my thing is, who is this fighting? Because people in Ocean Springs, I'm telling you guys, don't listen to none of these Sambos, these black people that they got. That's why they threw out Tristan. Why you think Tristan appeared out of nowhere? Why you think Emmanuel, that barber that talking about that he was friends with Christine and Christine them shot that down? We don't know that nigga. Why you think all these black Sambos trying to come in and interfere and talk about something? Ain't no racists down here in this community. We all love each other. These good white people love us blacks. But we don't hear no white people coming out speaking on the behalf of Nolan down there. We really don't hear nobody that was on that island. Think about it, family. All of those people that was on that island, nobody's going to speak out publicly and tell us what they seen or didn't see. Nobody going to speak to the news. You guys know when you go to an incident somewhere and, you know, the news station is outside reporting and they ask, you know, the community, hey, what happened? And people will give their opinion. Why haven't we heard from anybody that was on this island? Ladies and gentlemen, I had paused the video right here because somebody's feet is up in the air. Somebody's being slammed in the water. Somebody's being slammed in the water, ladies and gentlemen. Not only that, somebody is standing there watching it. Look at this. Let me go back. Shout out to John coming in with the $2 super chat. Guy with the phones looked like he's got two phones. Wow. Let me look at that again. Shout out to you, John, for the $2 super chat. And there's people watching this fight, family. There's people that's watching this fight. And look at this guy. He's waving his arms. Instead of going in the water assisting, he's waving his arm. It do look like he got two phones. Oh, this guy do got two phones. Whoa. Whoa. This guy got two phones in his hand. And then if you look at this picture, ladies and gentlemen, you see the fat guy that's on the phone. It looked like he's holding the phone. Allegedly, we don't know. In my opinion, it appears it could be a phone. But he's witnessing the fight. The guy in the blue shorts that's finna get ready to walk off witnessed the fight. And if you look right past the guy in the blue shorts, the man that's standing on the boat, ladies and gentlemen, he's looking at the fight. So, hey, district attorney, since you want to come out and tell us, hey, the case is sealed, we can't provide no evidence, we doing a thorough investigation, do you got this video? Do you got this video? Hey, TMZ, the mainstream media, have you seen this? I'm pretty sure you saw it, but you going to ignore it. Y'all have the resources to reach out to the people down there in their community. Ask them, who are these people that's standing there watching somebody get body slammed in the water and they walked off like ain't nothing happened? That's my question to the mainstream media. That's my question to Brandon Tatum. That's my question to Warren Big Nose. That's my question to the district attorney. That's my question to the mayor. This is my question to the governor, to the sheriff, to Bart's attorney. Who is these individuals fighting in the water, and why 2 months, almost 2 months in this case, we just not finding out about this fight? And why Warren still hasn't told us who is the person that his brother was fighting with? Who was the person that his brother had in a headlock? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. If this not Warren, if this person in this video is not Nolan, then just say this not Nolan. And not only that, ask those two individuals that's looking at these people. They know who is these people in this water, family. We're not dumb. Stop playing with us. They know these two people that's fighting. But this guy right here, family, just walked off like it ain't nothing. Look at him. Look at him. Bro, feet is in the air. His feet is in the air. And if you guys just zoom in it on your phone or whatever you looking at it, take a screenshot. I wouldn't try to use AI because stuff like this, AI is not going to, just don't try to use AI. Try to do something, sharpen it up or something. But we can clearly see that somebody's feet is up in the air, getting body slammed in this ocean. And it makes sense why this could possibly be Nolan. I don't know. I'm not stating this as a matter of fact, my opinion. This make sense of why Nolan Wells had red coloration in the back of his head. He had that bruised in the back of his head, family. Look at this picture, family, and think about the independent autopsy that was released that showed bruising in the back of his head. And look at this photo with this person that seems to be Nolan. I don't know. We don't know. I'm not stating it as a matter of fact. This aligns right with the independent autopsy, family. And I'm just going to pause it right here so the family can zoom in it on y'all phone. I want y'all to do it, family. I want y'all to do it. And that's what I'm at. And that's my question, Laura. If this is not Nolan, I at least want to know who is it? And not only that, why ain't nobody helping this person that's getting their ass kicked in the ocean? If this not Nolan, cool. But I still want to know about all the altercations that was happening. That's what I want to know. I still want to know who was Warren's little brother was fighting with. I want to know the guy's name that Tristan was fighting with, because Tristan said that he got into it with a white guy that approached him about his girlfriend, and they got into it. This is another altercation right here that we just now finding out about a couple months later. And don't give me that this wasn't the 4th of July when we see all those flags out there. So let's not run with that narrative, right? Let's not run that this wasn't on the 4th of July. This wasn't on the, look at all those flags out there. Look at all these flags. Look at all these flags. Clearly the 4th of July. And people are just standing around. And this guy right here, family, this guy in the blue shorts right here, he know. Shout out to John coming in with the $2 super chat. They're certainly not looking and filming lovers, right? They not filming lovers. They not filming nobody doing the do in the ocean. No, they won't do that. No, they won't do that. They won't do that. Shout out to the trolls in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Give a round of applause for the trolls. Let's give it, like, that's true, Candy Girl. Tristan could be lying. I believe he's lying too. I believe Tristan is lying. I believe all of them are lying. Every last single one of them are lying because they can't provide us no hardcore proof of evidence of anything that they are stating. Anything that they're stating. Right? But all we got to know, if you look at this picture right here, where I paused it at, you see 3 individuals in this photo. You see somebody with their legs up in the background getting body slammed in the water. This is a fight that's going on. The guy in the boat got his head faced towards the phone. It's a guy right here on the phone after Warren stated that it was no service. And I played this many videos of people on their phones, people having their phones off the boat, people having their phones on the island. But Warren had to over explain the reason why people don't have their phone, ladies and gentlemen. People don't have their phone. But you guys let me know what y'all think.
I have a few more questions about Nolan Wells' case. And TikTok can keep taking my videos down, but I'm just going to keep asking questions because asking questions shouldn't be against community guidelines. So here we go. Number 1, this question has been plaguing me ever since I've learned about Nolan Wells' case, and that is, why wouldn't you want your friend, your brother's death, investigated as a homicide?
Right.
What is the downside? What it could possibly be a negative if law enforcement is approaching this death where this person was surrounded by hundreds of strangers while their friends left them behind with no means of communication, no means of transportation, no clothes.
And they trying to make it seem like that nobody on the island have their phone. We just clearly seen a gentleman standing there with 2 phones, allegedly. But he was on the phone having a full-blown conversation. We even played the video that the news, the local news played, where we seen somebody on the phone. We seen people with their phone. So, hey, that narrative is dead. Like, stop it. Shout out to the Tory Experience coming in with the $5 super chat. A gross attempt to cover this up in broad daylight by the government. It's time for uncivilized F these demons. And not only that, the Tory Experience, not only that, you mean to tell me nobody down there is going to speak out publicly? Not one person? Not one person down there on that island is going to speak about this altercation that we just witnessed. Even if it was last year. We don't know. But I can guarantee you it was on the 4th of July. Best believe that. And these trolls these trolls are losing their... y'all chimping out hard in the chat. Thank you so much for being with me on this evening. Shout out to the trolls. I appreciate you guys for being here, right? I'm going to put the roach spray down for the rest of the broadcast because I want y'all to be here. Because I understand that y'all lose y'all mind. Y'all have mayo attacks. Y'all chimp out because Black Daddy is putting belt to ass.
Hey, Daddy!
Thank you for joining us on this evening. Family, say hey to the trolls. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. I know y'all mad. I know y'all mad that we gonna get them white devils. We gonna get them. Oh yeah, we gonna get them.
Why? Why wouldn't you want that for your friend? If my friend drowned, I don't care where they are. If there's more than one person on that beach, I want every single person on that beach to be suspect of a potential murder. Period. Rule them out one by one. That's fine.
Shout out to Humble coming in with the $2 super chat for being the only one who showed the video. Thank you so much. Salute to you. I appreciate you.
It is a homicide. Number 2, why is defending yourself more important than getting justice?
Because they trying to cover this up. They have to defend themselves Because since day one, when Warren first came out and done that interview, all he did was shift and point the blame towards Nolan. That's all we heard them do this entire time. Nolan wanted to stay behind. Nolan wanted to stay back. We tried to get him to come on a boat. Even Bart or Wyatt tried to get him on a boat. Y'all wanted Nolan to get on a boat that was sinking. That's what y'all wanted him to do. Y'all wanted him to get on a boat that was allegedly going down, even though we know that was a lie. Y'all never went down. Y'all boat was not sinking, and that Cito call was an alibi.
Okay, and I want to remind you guys of a case that happened, the Idaho 4, right? These 4 people were killed in a sorority house. 2 of the sorority sisters were home at the time and survived. One of them saw the intruder, closed and locked her door. They called the police in the morning. Now, it turns out none of their friends were connected to the murder of the people in this house. It was a random classmate that was barely adjacent to them, right? And all of the friends stood by the family the whole time. They were harassed. They were threatened. The internet called them killers. And the whole time they were like, we want justice for our friends. They wanted and supported what the...
Shout out to her coming in with the $2 super chat. It makes sense why they are holding Nolan's throat. Absolutely, her. Absolutely. That's the reason. It all makes sense. Why they withheld his throat. Why he had a bruise on the back of his head. Why Chris Cuomo talking about he seen the autopsy and it was water in his lungs. Even though the district attorney stated that this case is sealed, but Chris Cuomo know the autopsy results. And we just seen somebody getting body slammed in the water. And my question is, the guy that was watching the fight, the boats that were surrounding this fight, why y'all won't come forward and tell us what time this was, when this was, and who was those people that was fighting in the water, and why the tight-knit community didn't break up the fight? These are the same low IQ community, because a lot of these people are low IQ Neanderthals, as we guys are witnessing in the chat right now. They having mayo attacks, right? Because this belt to ass is whooping them. They don't know what to do, family. They just got to be in the chat just chimping out. I'm tired of hearing Black Daddy putting that belt to ass to us.
Hey, Daddy!
You need to stop telling this truth, General Dan. I don't like you N-words. I can't stand y'all. You don't have no evidence, dude. This is not true, dude. You're lying, dude. You don't have no evidence. Why are you lying, dude? That's not him. Nolan drowned, dude. Oh. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the chat. We are in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, they're going to get this work on this evening. Yeah, y'all going to get this work. They're going to get this work. The trolls, I don't want y'all to leave. Mainstream media, I know y'all watching on the outside. I know the Sambos are sitting back, waiting to do their reaction video. I need you guys to don't go nowhere yet. Right? It's about to get even more crazier. Family, salute to the team. Let's go.
Family wanted. And the only defamation lawsuit filed attached to this case was by a professor that some fucking weirdo on TikTok accused this professor in this crazy conspiracy theory, right? It was way over the top, very much in the realm of actual defamation, okay? Number 3, why would you act like you and your group of friends could be the only possible suspects in a potential homicide?
Right.
There were hundreds or even thousands of people at that beach.
Yep.
If you were gone for 6+ hours away from your friend, why wouldn't it pop into your head that perhaps you're not a racist, but maybe there was a racist at the beach?
Absolutely was a racist at the beach. And they don't think like that. They just have to, recuse themselves away from it. See, we're not racist. We got Tristan. We got Javion is our friend. Nolan is our friend. We're not racist. So you mean to tell me nobody on that island don't like black people? Possibly. We don't know. We know how Mississippi get down. We know how those YT devils down there get down. Because clearly in that video, we seen countless of Neanderthals standing by watching somebody fight in the water. Just watching somebody fight in the water, waving their hands. And after the fight, guess what happened, ladies and gentlemen? They walked away and act like they ain't seen nothing. That guy in the blue shorts, he stood there and watched that altercation and walked off like ain't nothing happened.
Right? Is that not possible? If it were me, I would be highly suspicious. I'm highly suspicious of everyone all the time. Number 4, why would you deflect blame onto your dead friend?
And that's what they was doing the whole time. Nolan wanted to stay back with some girl. We told Nolan to get on the boat. Nolan chose to stay behind. He's a grown man. He can do whatever he want to do. It was Nolan. Put it all on Nolan. Separate themselves to try to dissolve themselves of any accountability and place all the blame on Katie. So Katie said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go down there to the police department. I'm going to give them everything that I know. I'm going to take a lie detector test, and I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to give y'all timestamps of my Snapchat of my location and who I was around. But Katie, we still need you to come forward. Those Snapchat pictures, that's not enough, ma'am. We need to hear from you. Katie, we need to hear from you. You are welcome over here on my platform, right? Come over here. Let Black Daddy interview you. This is a safe space, right? But we got some goddamn questions. We got some questions. When you seen Nolan, allegedly, this is what you stated. Your sister came out and made a statement as well, that it was just a high and buy situation. The sister came out and said, hey, we wasn't with Nolan like that. It was like, what's up, Nolan? And we went on about our business. Katie came out and made a statement. She cooperated with law enforcement fully and said that she wasn't with Nolan. She was just kicking it. And we heard in the audio of a young lady that stated that she called Katie after Warren them stated in the interview that they didn't know Katie. Y'all remember that? Warren kept saying, this girl named Katie, we don't know her. And then the attorney coming out and said, well, what he mean was Katie is not in our friend group. Oh, Katie is not in your friend group. Then why he just didn't say that? Why he act like he didn't know her, but he texted her? Bussy Tatum said that he seen text messages, texts back and forth from Warren and Katie. But Warren said he know her. You lying mother. It's a special place in hell for y'all. It's a special place in hell. First class tickets.
I keep hearing things like Nolan was drinking. Nolan, we tried to get Nolan to come with us and he insisted on staying with this girl. He insisted on not coming with us. We begged him. We were panicking to get him on the boat with us. Those are all statements made to put all of the blame for everything that happened on the victim. Now, I am not saying that anyone associated with this case is guilty. I wouldn't dare say that because I don't have the evidence to prove it. But why? Well, I can say that it is a very common tactic as a massive consumer of true crime. I have watched every single true crime on Netflix, on Hulu, and I'm working my way through YouTube, right? I've got thousands of hours of true crime in here. Okay. And one thing that a lot of murderers do is blame their victims.
That's exactly what they do. That's exactly what they do. That's why they came out here with this rehearsed and scripted interview to try to separate themselves away from Nolan. Right? And Warren in the video, family, you guys remember the first part of Bussy Tatum interview. What did Warren say when he was asked where was Nolan at when he seen him around 3 o'clock? Yeah, Nolan was over there chilling with some girl and Nolan was drinking. He wanted to make sure he said that. He wanted to make sure that the public know that Nolan was drinking. We didn't ask you, was he drinking, Big Nose? We asked you, where was Nolan? What was he doing? But you had to make sure that you said that Nolan was drinking. Why? Why did we have to know this? Ain't nobody asked you, was you drinking? Nobody asked you this. And then, family, after that, after their whole cover up is collapsing, because I told you down there in Ocean Springs, the wall is closing up on them, family. That's why they had to run the smear campaign. They had to run the smear campaign on Nolan. He was heavily drinking. Okay, what the hell is heavily drinking? Who said that he was heavily drinking? And explain to us what is heavily drinking. Is it a whole 24 pack? Is it 2 bottles of Douce? Is it a bottle of that hen dog? Is it 3 shots? Is it half a shot? Is it 1 can of Bud Light? What is heavily drinking? And what was Nolan Wells drinking if he was heavily drinking? That didn't work. And it backfired. So they tried to run back to the drawing board. Shout out to who this is, Scorch Earth, coming in. I think they say Scorch Earth coming in with a $2 super chat. Reminds me of Carmelo Anthony case, if you ask me. Yeah, the same. And then you know what? During the Carmelo Anthony's case, when we was trying to explain to them that those boys was bullies, criminals, thugs, animals. And that's the reason why they was bullying Carmelo Anthony, because they was racist. When the sworn affidavit released and stated that those boys was arrested for racist graffiti, everybody went into hiding. Ain't nobody addressed it. Brandon Tatum ain't make a video. Rockface Megyn Kelly ain't say nothing. Nancy Grace, because they was going so hard on Carmelo Anthony, defending those white devils. Because we was right since day one, just like we have been doing this case. That's why every time we expose their lies, we expose their cover up, they shut it down. You're lying. No evidence. Conspiracy theories. We can't see none. This ain't true. Y'all lying. Y'all just racist. Why would we even listen to low IQ individuals like y'all? We are better than y'all in every aspect. That's why y'all over here with Black Daddy.
Hey, Daddy!
Welcome to the show. Nice to have you. Have a seat. I don't want you to have a mayo attack over here and spill your guts over the family. All this black excellence over here that you want to be around. I get it. We're the cool kids on the block. Yeah, this accountability hurt. Yeah, this accountability got you son dodgers out here losing y'all mind. Because black people is on cold right now. Black unity is powerful. When black people come together like this and put belt to ass on y'all, y'all don't know what to do. Criticize, deny, lie. That's all y'all doing. That's all y'all doing. That's all y'all doing.
Okay? Totally unrelated to this case. Murderers like to blame their victims. Back to this case, why deflect blame onto your friend? Number 5, why would you be upset about enhanced audio? You didn't say doctored, right? You didn't say tampered. Enhanced. Enhanced.
And I don't think Warren knew what enhanced mean. When he said that on that video yesterday, I think Warren, because these people, y'all got to really understand that these people are stupid. They are the low IQ people. Because he said, oh, the video was enhanced. He thought enhanced means doctored. No, enhanced mean better quality. Stupid.
Which generally just means an improvement in quality. And lastly, why is alerting the police considered something that would exonerate you of being tied to a crime? Again, true crime obsessed. Countless crimes are called in by the perpetrators of the crime, regardless of whether or not they admit to the crime. Quite a lot of crime, the police are alerted by the person who committed the crime.
Yep.
So-
and let's play that video one more time for the trolls in the back. Let's play it one more time, family. Yeah, let's play it one more time. I know y'all mad. I know it. I know y'all mad. Everything is a conspiracy theory. When shit started to come out, family, everything is a conspiracy theory. Everything. And if this not true, it should be easy to debunk us. This guy in the blue shorts should come out and say, hey, this was not on the 4th of July. And whoever recorded this video should give us timestamps of what day, what month, what year was this video recorded. But we see the American flags, family. We know that this was the 4th of July. We know. We know. Oh, these Mayos mad, family. They mad. Yeah, they mad. Stay mad.
I told y'all that Jax was the ringleader. I told y'all. He sat in this interview and he was telling stories about shit that he wasn't even there to witness. So let's break down some of the stuff that I heard in this interview. Let's start with Warren's first phone call, because y'all will remember that Warren said that he was over at Ava's house for that 4th of July party when they all started realizing that Nolan was missing, and he called Miss Christine at 11 o'clock.
One of the first things I told Miss
Oh, y'all scared the trolls away? Oh, man. I wanted them to stay. Don't leave yet. I ain't through.
Christine Wells, in the first phone call that ever occurred with anything to do with Nolan Wells being gone, because I was the first person to call Miss Christine about anything.
I was the first person.
Phone call, anything to do with Nolan Wells, was me making a phone call to Christine Wells. And one of the first things I said to her, with multiple witnesses here, pull up the phone call if you want. She said, oh, well, Nolan's location is with y'all at, where the house we were at. And I was like, well, no, he left his phone with us. I told her this.
And yesterday, the same time that this interview came out, Christine Wells said this.
360 says that he's on land, and he was like, well, no, I mean, when we have his phone.
So both versions of the story say that Warren didn't tell her about the phone until after she confronted him with the 360. Now, Warren tells Miss Christine that he knows somebody in the Coast Guard and that he's going to call them, which is very fucking different than calling the Coast Guard, which absolutely explains why the Coast Guard came out and said at first that they had not received a call from the kids that night. The Coast Guard's initial statement said they weren't informed until 12:30. Then the Coast Guard later changed their story and said, oh wait, actually we did. And it seems to me that first call was most likely an off the record to a friend kind of deal, which means these people freaked out and didn't call the Coast Guard until after all these people showed up at Jax's house.
Yep.
It would explain why in the course of this interview it went from Warren called the Coast Guard to we did. Now,
Yep.
when the subject turns to how the family got the phone back from these boys, you'll notice that there was a couple slip-ups.
Warren, you weren't at the house, and so you weren't there when they came to get the phone and all that. So
now remember, Warren just said that he wasn't at the house when the phone was got. And then Morgan talks about getting a phone call from one of the people in Christine Wells' group.
and how did they get the phone back?
So I got a call from a kid we went to high school with. He called me just asking me questions. He saw people posting on Snapchat, like the picture that was circulating.
Except this picture wasn't posted until July 5th. So how could this picture have been circulating on Snapchat that night? But let's continue.
And he called and he was asking questions. He was like, where's Nolan? When's the last time y'all seen him? And then he was like, so where are y'all at? And I told him, I said, we're at Jax's house. And then Warren got on the phone, and I don't know. So they...
And he had to go ahead and pass it over to Warren, right? I said my lines. Now I got to make sure that I end right here, right? Cut. And then let me pass it over to this line ass mother effer. Because that's all they was doing. Morgan he couldn't even express his love for Nolan, right? This how you know that this is fake. They are liars. They are devils and they are animals. This was the biggest mistake by sitting down doing this interview with Bussy Tatum. I don't know why y'all out here trying y'all hardest to win over public opinion. Our minds are already made up about what we think about y'all. Y'all are guilty to me until further notice. Until more proof come out, y'all are guilty to me just by y'all behaviors, y'all lies, more evidence that's being presented every single day. Almost 2 months later, we still finding out different things that happened on the 4th of July. And y'all trying y'all hardest to convince us that y'all are innocent. Why would we call Cheeto if his phone was on the boat? Man, stop it. Man, stop it. And you guys just heard what she just stated, right? I want to go over here to the attorney that's over here thinking that he can run an interference on this case, family. You know what? Scratch that. Let's finish this interview. That's what we're about to do. We're finna finish this interview because I definitely want to cover this.
And so you weren't there when they came to get the phone and all that. So how did this happen? Because last time we talked, you said you told, and I'll call her Miss Christine. You told Christine that you had Nolan's phone. Like, can you explain that to me? Because I'm confused. I don't know what's what. Did you tell her you had the phone? And when did you tell her you had the phone if you did?
Okay. So first, we'll start off with what I just said in Jax, but and if Morgan has something to say, but I want to get this straight. One of the first things I told Miss Christine Wells in the first phone call that ever occurred with anything to do with Nolan Wells being gone, because I was the first person to call Miss Christine about anything. First phone call and anything to do with Nolan Wells was me making a phone call to Christine Wells. And one of the first things I said to her, with multiple witnesses here, pull up the phone call if you want. She said, oh, well, Nolan's location is with y'all at, where the house we were at. And I was like, well, no, he left his phone with us.
Just think about how stupid y'all low IQ Neanderthals in the chat. This low IQ individual said the reason why he walked off because it wasn't a fight. What? Bro, y'all so stupid. Like, y'all the most dumbest people on this earth. Y'all are the most stupidest people on this earth. And I know it hurts. This accountability is kryptonite to y'all because y'all used to be, y'all are used to getting fed lies, right? Because that's all y'all do is lie and deflect and deny. Y'all are ignorant.
I told her this. She knew for a fact that we had his phone, and she knew that I told her, yeah, he left it on the boat with us, like a bunch of people did. And so I want to make that very clear that I told Miss Christine there was no reason to hide anything. There was no issue regarding the cell phone. She could have came and picked it up, but instead she sent one of her friends to come pick it up, and that's where these things start to get twisted. But no, there was never an issue with the phone. I told Miss Christine, one of the first things I told her.
Well, his father got a different story because he said it was an issue when they came up to pick up the phone. And y'all was lying to him about who had the phone and where was the phone at. So that's another lie, big nose. Nobody believes you, Warren.
We have Nolan's phone, and that's where that ends. There was no issues with the phone or the keys. So I wanted to make that clear.
So was the keys on the boat with the phone?
No. The keys were
they're at my house.
At Jax's house, because we all stayed there the night before. I'm sure if I would have left my truck at Jax's house, I would have left my keys there too. Because if I don't have
just one more thing to think about on the boat.
If I don't have my car or my truck, then why would I bring my keys on the boat? So I mean, there's just no point of bringing it because if I lose them, then just more stuff to bring that I don't bring.
So I want you guys to explain this phone thing. I think Warren already addressed the fact that he told Christine that he had the phone in his possession. So the whole Life 360 thing is not adding up as far as what you're saying to me compared to what they're saying. Now, how did whoever came to get the phone, how did they get in touch with you guys, and how did they get the phone back?
So I got a call from a kid we went to high school with. He called me just asking me questions. He saw people posting on Snapchat, like the picture that was circulating.
Shout out to I Am Sam coming in with the $6 super chat. $7 super chat. How did Warren know Nolan was missing if Nolan chose to stay with Katie? What prompted him to call Christine if he didn't see the calls from Christine? And that's a good question because Christine says she called his phone several times. And these are the ones, right, they want us to believe that Nolan wanted to stay behind with Katie. He wanted to stay behind with Katie. We tried to get him on the boat. Nolan, get on the boat. Get on the boat. Get on the boat. We about to go. The boat is sinking. We got to go. Instead of just staying on the island and wait till somebody come fix y'all boat, y'all decided to just take off with a boat that's sinking. Yeah, very smart of y'all, by the way. So if you seen Christine blow up Nolan's phone and y'all expected that Nolan was missing, perhaps, why not answer the phone? Why not answer the phone? And why would you think Nolan was missing? What prompted y'all to say, hey, where's Nolan? Are y'all trying to cover y'all tracks? Are y'all trying to cover something up? Because y'all stated that Nolan wanted to stay behind with a girl. And Warren also stated in the interview with Bussy Tatum that he thought that Nolan was drunk on somebody's couch. Why would you think that? Why didn't you confirm that Nolan had a ride back home if Nolan was your brother and y'all love him so much? Why would you wait till 11 o'clock to decide, hey, you know what? Where the hell is Nolan? I just thought about it. We left the island at 4:30. And it's now 11:06. Let me call his mother and say that we don't know where Nolan is. Yeah, that's such a great idea.
And he called and he was asking questions. He was like, where's Nolan? When's the last time y'all seen him? And
shout out to Yolanda coming in with the $2 super chat. Didn't say nothing, just showing your boy some love. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you.
And then he was like, so where are y'all at? And I told him, I said, we're at Jax's house. And then Warren got on the phone, and I don't know.
So they come to my house, right? And they kind of
hold on before we get there. Was it confrontational or was it just trying to find? It was confrontational already.
Wouldn't y'all agree?
Yeah. He was
110%.
He was very
confrontational.
And when did this happen? Was this on the night of the 4th or the next day?
Oh, okay, y'all keep talking about they was hostile and it was confrontational. Of course it will be hostile. What you think? I'm finna come over there and be kumbaya? If y'all just called me and told me that my son is missing and y'all have his car keys and cell phone and y'all don't know where the hell my child is and he was last seen with y'all, and then it's a problem getting the phone, it's a problem getting the keys, you think that I'm going to be over there all, hey, Warren, hey, Jax, hey, the Three Stooges, hey, where is Warren? I don't know. Hey, where is his phone? I don't know. He got it. She got it. He got it. Y'all lucky that there was Elmore that went over there. If that was me, I would have put my foot up y'all ass. Why are we looking for the phone? I would have been following y'all around the house while my foot in your ass.
This was before they came and got the phone.
So this is the night of the 4th, yes.
So you had already spoke to Christine.
Correct.
Yes. And then you get a call that was hostile.
Yeah, and then Morgan handed the...
What's hostile? Explain it. What's hostile? These are the most weakest, corniest, beta males ass white boys I ever seen. Y'all being mean to me. They saying mean stuff to me. They was hostile. How about they are concerned parents and friends of the family? They just got news that their child was missing. How do you think that they are going to act when you idiots are telling them that y'all have their phone? And y'all don't know what Nolan is. And Nolan was supposed to be with y'all. Nolan was supposed to be with you guys, but y'all are telling his parents, his friends, that y'all don't know. Explain it to me. Shout out to Parts coming in with the $10 super chat. Remember, Warren stated Nolan was gone. How was he gone? If he was just missing, Nolan gone where? Good question. Good question. Shout out to you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Shout out to Porter coming in with the $2 super chat. Keep working. The family got your back. Oh, I'm working. I'm cooking. I know the family got my back. Oh, I ain't stopping. I'm going to make these motherfuckers have a heart attack up in here playing with me. Shout out to you. I appreciate you.
Phone over to me. I was like, oh, let me talk to him because I knew the guy. And I was just like, hey, like, he was like, where y'all at? Where y'all at? I was like, we're at Jackson's house. You know, it's like calm down. And then he hung up on me, and then
okay, so
yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. It's like I I have to say my script, and then damn, I forgot my script. Okay, your turn, Jax. Jax say his script, and Jax forget his line. He passes it over to Morgan. Morgan, the most dumbest one. They should keep Morgan far away from the No, you know what? No, Morgan, keep talking because you the dumbest one. All of y'all are really stupid, very uneducated Neanderthals. And all of y'all are going to jail. I cannot wait to see somebody in handcuffs. I can't wait. Because they are about to crack, family. It's about to happen. They talking too much. They trying to over-explain the cell phone service, over-explain the car keys, over-explain why people don't have their phone on the island. What's all this over-explaining? But y'all know about everything else, but nobody know what happened to Nolan. And family, this is how you know that this is about to come crashing down on them. Everybody got different attorneys. Those three individuals got their own attorney. Bart got his own attorney. I'm pretty sure Wyatt and his brother got their own attorneys. They not on the same team right now. And their attorneys is going to tell them what's best for them. Hey, it's best for you to be ahead of this and go ahead and tell them what you know, because they going to do what's best for them. So you better do what's best for you. That's why when we found out who Bart was, what did Bart do, ladies and gentlemen? Bart went down there to the sheriff department and gave up 20 names that he seen around Nolan, allegedly. That's what the attorney said. That's what TMZ said. That's what everybody reported. When Bart was exposed, Bart said, you know what? Damn, they found out who I was because of this audio. Let me go down to the sheriff department and let me give them 20 witnesses. But here's my question, Bart Simpson. Why you ain't been done that? Why we had to wait to hear your name on that CTO call for you to go down there and give them 20 witnesses that was around Nolan? So we would have never heard, damn it, Bart, you wasn't going to talk to the sheriff department and give them 20 witnesses? Very interesting. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the team. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this evening. Let's get the likes up, family. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to my channel members. I appreciate you guys. Hit that notification bell, family, so you can be notified. Let's hit the like button, family. Let's get the lights up. I need more trolls in here. We need to push this out there in the algorithm. I got plenty belts that I need to put on ads out there in the media landscape. They have to see us, family. Yeah, they have to see us. Let's go.
They pull up to my house. And at this point, I'm kind of freaking out. We're all trying to put our heads together on where Nolan is.
Yeah, sure you are.
And I kind of like isolate myself in my room, just kind of
think about what you did. And just think about what you did. You had to isolate yourself in the room and think about all the shit that you did.
Just lose it kind of basically for a few hours. And they just walk into my house, you know. And I hear all this commotion going on in my living room, and I'm just like, what in the world is going on? So I walk out there. And there's probably like 10, 15 people in my house I don't even know. And they're all up in our faces, going crazy, asking where Nolan is. And we don't know. And finally they get into Wyatt's face, and they're like, where's your boat? Where's the boat at?
Demanding his address.
Demanding his address and stuff like that. And he finally ends up giving it to him. And then let me go ahead and state that while they're there, we give them the phone. They have the phone at this point.
You had no choice.
Then they get the address to his house. Then they go to his house. And they're searching all over his boat, what I heard and stuff like that. Well, anyways, I don't really know much about that, but
you don't really know much about nothing. Yeah, I'm starting to realize you really don't know much about nothing. Just dumb, just empty-headed, just stupid, all three of y'all.
Back to my house at around 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's his dad this time. And his dad's being really respectable, really, really nice to me and stuff like that. And as long as another friend of theirs, and he's asking me like, where are the keys at? I don't even know where Nolan's keys are at in my house.
They don't never know.
To find a set of keys in a house, and you don't even know.
Family, they never know nothing. Every time they somebody asked him something. I don't know. Where's Nolan? I don't know. Where's his phone? I don't know. Where's his keys? I don't know. And he wondered why they came over there hostile like this. Because y'all told them that y'all don't know where their child is. And y'all coming with this energy with, I don't know. That's the last thing that you want to tell a parent about their missing child is, I don't know. And he was supposed to be with y'all. But y'all think that this I don't know statement is going to survive. They better than me.
Know where to start? It's pretty hard. So I start scrambling around my house looking. There's stuff everywhere. Keep in mind, all these people stayed the night at my house before. I'm looking through everything. I can't find the keys. I run back to his father.
Yeah, I can't find the keys. I can't find.
And
Whoa, y'all caught that? Y'all caught that again? Did y'all catch this jab? I want you guys to pay attention to this. I see a lot of people that's doing this.
Scrambling around my house looking. There's stuff everywhere. Keep in mind, all these people stayed the night at my house before. I'm looking through everything. I can't find the keys. I run back to his father or stepfather.
His father or his stepfather. We seen Tristan say that. We seen the other bootlicker Emmanuel say that. Now he's saying that. We seen Warren say, why are they calling this man his stepfather? Why do they want to keep saying that? What's the point of saying that? Y'all know damn well that's that man's father. But y'all want to make sure y'all point out by saying stepfather. Y'all see the play, family?
And I was like, I don't know where the keys are. And the guy standing next to him's texting somebody. I guess I was at my house. And they said, he said that they're on the Xbox. So I run in, I see him on the Xbox, grab him off the Xbox, and I go and hand it to him. It's plain and simple. Didn't even take 30 seconds.
No trouble.
No trouble at all.
Shout out to I Am Saying coming in with the $7 super chat. Why call Katie to say, hey, where's Nolan? Did Nolan leave on another boat? He was with you and Christine looking for him. Why would the next call be to Cito, to the Coast Guard? Do you hear that? Jax, Warren, do you hear that? Why call Katie to say, hey, where's Nolan? Did Nolan leave on another boat? But you know what I am saying? These people thought that Nolan was just going to randomly hop on somebody else's boat and make it home because he said that that's what they do down there. They just catch rides back home with people. It's normal. Nobody on the island would leave anybody down there by themselves. But you know the thing about that, and shout out to you for the $7 super chat. I appreciate you. See, the thing about that is, at the end of the evening, and this is why this fight video makes sense to me, family. This is why this fight video makes sense to me. Because at the end of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, nobody was on that island. After everybody left, nobody was on that island. You know why? Because the Cajun Navy stated that when the Rangers came to the island, because can nobody camp out, you can't stay the night, you can't spend the night. Everybody has to leave. When the Rangers came to the island and inspected the island, nobody was there. So explain this to me. If the Rangers went to inspect the island, why didn't they see Nolan's body laying right there on the shore? When they drove their boats out there, they didn't see Nolan's body floating? Because they had to search the whole entire island to make sure ain't nobody spending the night. That's federal grounds. So we know for a fact Nolan was not on that island at the end of the 4th of July. But the crazy thing about that, family, here comes, not July 5th, right? Let's go to July 5th. July 5th come, they out there looking for Nolan. Nolan body is not there. His parents, the Coast Guard, the volunteers, everybody out there looking for Nolan. July 5th, his body not out there. Possibly because somebody got his body. I don't know. This is my opinion. Possibly because people are holding the body and making sure that nobody's on the island when they take his body back. That's just my opinion. It's not a fact. Here come July 6th, family. Boom. Nolan body is on shore at the exact location at the west point of the island where their boat was anchored at. So let me get this straight. Nolan body floated out there in the ocean because a lot of low IQ Neanderthals are running with the narrative that Nolan drowned. Okay, he drowned. He went out there for a swim. He tried to swim 10 miles back home after he seen all those boats go home. Let's run with their narrative because they very stupid. Nolan wanted to go for a swim instead of just asking somebody for a ride home. So he drowned, but his body came back to the same location. Make that make sense to me, family. Shout out to Stone coming in with the $5 super chat. Didn't say nothing, just showing your boy some love. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. July 5th, everybody out there looking for Nolan. His body is nowhere to be found. The ranger came to search the island, make sure everybody was gone. Job completed. Nobody was there. The Cajun Navy stated that nobody was there. It don't make sense. And then you got some of the low IQ community people that's saying that Nolan was swimming after the boat. Nolan was swimming for the boat. Okay, cool. If his body drowned, his body would have been far out in the ocean. All of a sudden, July 6th, there's Nolan. This is why this video makes sense to me. Because you see people fighting. You see this. But don't nobody know what happened. July 4th. Matter of fact, I'll do you one better, family. I will do you one better. I'll do you one better. Let's listen to the Cajun Navy.
That there was a boat he thought he was going to get on that was leaving and that he might have been trying to swim to it. The only problem I have with that story is that
you heard what he said? Let me play it back and make sure you guys can hear him loud and clear. He said that he was told that it was a boat that he was supposed to get on, and he went and swim after the boat. That's their narrative, family.
Boat he thought he was going to get on that was leaving and that he might have been trying to swim to it. The only problem I have with that story is that if the people in the boat knew he was trying to swim to it and they saw him getting carried off with the current, they would have known about it. They would have been able to.
Exactly. Let's run with their narrative, family, because they're very stupid. They're saying that Nolan was swimming after the boat, right? After Warren and Wyatt was saying, Nolan, get on the boat, we got to go. And Nolan said, hey, I'm going to stay back here with this imaginary girl that y'all saying that I'm with. Okay, cool. Nolan stood there on the island, seen the boat leave out, and said, you know what? Yeah, I changed my mind. I'm going to go with them. Let me hop in the ocean and swim towards them. That's their story, family. That's their story. Nolan went to swim after the boat. After they told him, get on the boat. And y'all just heard the guy from the Cajun Navy said that that's what they told him. That Nolan went to try to go swim after the boat. So all of a sudden, within the time that Wyatt told him to get on the boat because the boat was sinking, these idiots decide to sail away with a sinking boat. And Nolan stood there and watched them and said, you know what? I changed my mind. I want to go home now. Let me go swim after the boat and drown. Shout out to Ashley coming in with the $10 super chat. God brought his body back. The sea coughed him up. Justice will be served. That was powerful. That was powerful, Ashley. Thank you so much for that.
React to it. Not only that, even if that wasn't the case, if he went into the water at all and became distressed, it was so crowded that day that it seems hard to believe that nobody would have noticed a distressed swimmer in the water.
So he said if he was in the water and he was distressed and drowning in 3 feet of water, by the way, Nolan is 6 feet tall. He's surrounded by people, all those white people down there, all those boats. Nobody was out there in the ocean going for a swim. Everybody was between the land and the boat. Somebody would have seen something. You know how? I know that. Just like that fight video we just seen. We seen a guy standing there looking at that fight. We seen a guy standing on a boat looking at that fight. It's eyes all around that island. They saw what happened to Nolan, ladies and gentlemen. But they keep trying to play us like we stupid. Like the objective is to make it seem like we don't know what we talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Ashley coming in with a $10 super chat. How when they helped someone that was drunk, they brought him back and called his parents to get the boat, but no Nolan? Make that make sense. Shout out to you, Ashley, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Shout out to Natty Boy coming in with the $5 super chat, sending love those boats and deep enough to hide a body unseen and bring it back after everyone left. Shout out to you, Natty Boy, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you.
Water. So again, it's a story I was told. There's a lot of reasons why I question it.
He says a lot of reason why he questioned all of these stories, right? This is the United Cajun Navy man that said, I'm questioning all of these narratives that y'all telling me about Nolan was distressed, Nolan drowned. It's impossible because there's too many people there. And why would he swim after a boat if his friends, are they just looking at him swimming after the boat? Because it's like 8 of them on the boat. And it wasn't just one boat, family. It was like 3 boats.
What I do know is that he went out there with a number of boys that has been his regular friend group since he was young. They were ready to leave at about 3 o'clock. They told him it's time to go. I was told he had started talking to a young lady, and he wanted to hang back and keep talking to her, and that he would believe that he could get another ride. Now, some people have been criticizing, saying, "Oh, you never leave your friend." Well, technically, they didn't leave him. He requested to stay behind, and
no, see, this is where you mess up at, sir. You don't know that he requested to stay behind. Did you hear him say that? Just because they saying that doesn't mean that it's true. We don't know that Nolan stated that he wanted to be left behind. We don't even know if this story is even adding up. I don't even believe they said nothing to Nolan when they was going to get ready to leave. I don't believe that. So you just can't take their word because they are liars. They are known liars. That's why they have to come out here and do stupid ass interviews with Brandon Tatum, trying to convince us that they had nothing to do with Nolan Wells unaliving.
If you know anything about how, these barrier islands are and how they're used recreationally, people go out there on one boat, they might come back on another boat. Like it's almost like a community ferry system, because not everybody has a boat, and you might jump on with another group of friends, whatnot. What we have to find out is, after his friends left, who was Nolan in contact with? Who did he believe he was supposed to get a ride back with? Did that boat give him a ride? Did he get on any boat? How did he end up in the water? Did he wade into the water on his own? Did he get on a boat and fall off? That's what we have to find out. On those particular islands, you're not allowed to camp out or be there after dark.
You heard what he just said, family? I'm going to rewind that just in case people missed it. You are not allowed to camp out or spend the night on the island.
Islands, you're not allowed to camp out or be there after dark.
Or be there after dark. I'm pretty sure Nolan knew that.
So the Rangers, as it gets to be sunset, they start running around looking for, if there's still any boaters or people out there saying, "Hey guys, it's time."
So the Rangers, when it comes to sunset, the Rangers are out there looking around and telling everybody, "Hey guys, you got to go. You got to go." They had to go around the whole entire island.
Go home. So I would not think that Nolan was just wandering around the island when it got dark. My instinct tells me that he got off the island, either tried to swim off or got off on a boat and somehow ended up in the water.
So he said his knowledge is, he believed, in his opinion, that Nolan was not on that island. He was not on that island because the Rangers pulled up and told everybody that they got to leave. You are not allowed to be on this island after dark, or you cannot camp out. The Rangers made sure that every boat sailed away. They made sure that everybody was off that island. And he said, I don't believe that Nolan was on that island. He was either on a boat or he swam away. I don't know why we keep saying swim away. These people are killing me by keep saying that. Shout out to Stone coming in with the $5 super chat. Why was he in his room for 2 hours in a knot when his body had not been found at the time? Because you know they lying, Stone. That you know they making it up. They're lying. Shout out to G4 coming in with a $10 super chat. How do you last see him at 3 p.m. when you are about to leave, but in another breath you state that Wyatt was screaming at Nolan to get on the boat around 4:30? You said you heard that and saw that. Well, we know, G4, that they are liars and all they're doing is lying. We know that because the Cajun Navy guy just told us in 4K that the Rangers showed up to the island before it was dark, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't nighttime. It wasn't midnight. The Rangers showed up around sunset time because they got to clear the island. You can't stay the night. You can't camp out. He said they went around the entire island and told everybody, hey, guys, it's time to go. So they cleared out the island. So my question is, when the Rangers cleared out the island, where was Nolan? Where was Nolan? Let me guess. He went for a swim in an ocean, something that he never done before. But on the 4th of July, hey, you know what? Let's go for a swim in the ocean. Let me go risk my life swimming after a boat. Nolan always go to this island, as Warren stated. They was at the island last Wednesday together. I mean, that previous Wednesday. That's what Warren said. Did Nolan go for a swim? Did he chase after a boat? Do Nolan think he's Aquaman, that he can chase a boat down in water? How the F does this make sense? And it really triggers me that these people play with our intelligence like this by saying some dumb shit like that. That Nolan chased after the boat swimming. These people are ridiculous, man. And the lies are falling apart. And it's nothing that y'all can do. Let me play this part back, family.
Dark. And so the Rangers, as it gets to be sunset, they start running around looking for, if there's still any boaters or people out there saying, hey guys, it's time to go home. So
shout out to GQ coming in. G4 coming in with the $10 super chat. Why would Nolan want to stay back with Katie when they both are going to the same party? Who goes to a party and go upstairs to talk to Jack's dad? About boats, by the way, G4. About boats. This is what Warren stated he did. Yeah, I remember that. Why would he go upstairs and talk about boats at a party? I'm going to leave the party and go talk to Jack's dad. Yeah, make that make sense, G4. Make that make sense. Shout out to you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Shout out to Natty Boy coming in with the $5 super chat. There was another hanging in Michigan too. I seen it. Not the guy that was, who you said, not the guy that was, I don't even want to say the word. Tatum and Tyler are in the business. Verdict Liquor, they're playing everybody. I played that yesterday, Natty Boy, on my live stream. I played that yesterday. The lawyer and Brandon Tatum, all of them are in cahoots in trying to profit off our brother's death. That's what they're doing. They are profiting off of our brother's death, while at the same time trying to target Nolan's mother. Let's get back to the interview, ladies and gentlemen.
So this narrative that they're pushing, that there was any argument over the phone or the keys is completely false. Like, let's get that clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they just kind of hang around my house, taking pictures of all the cars' license plate in the driveway, stuff like that. And so
When you say they, how many people are here this time?
Like 15.
15 people that you don't know?
They had 4 or 5 vehicles.
I mean, I knew some of them I went to high
people.
school with, and then some of them I just didn't know.
Now, walk me through this. How do you think it got to this point so fast? That's one thing that I'm curious about. Like, you
jumping to conclusion.
I guess so. I mean,
that's plain and simple.
They went and searched Wyatt's boat.
Yeah, they went and searched Wyatt's boat.
Like
we're hiding
hiding Nolan in his boat or something. Like, what is wrong with him? Like,
yeah, 100%.
We called law enforcement. I was with Wyatt at the time. After we left Jax's house that night, I was with Wyatt, and one person we were with saw that their location was actually headed towards Wyatt's house. And so Wyatt got on the phone with 911 and was like, hey, these people are on the way to my house or already at my house. My mom and my dad are there alone, and they know nothing about this.
Why would y'all call the police for? What y'all thought they was going to do to you? What you thought they was going to do to your parents? Why call the police on them? That don't even make sense.
But Wyatt's mom actually...
Shout out to G4 coming in with a $10 super chat. Did you catch this? Warren stated that Nolan always tried to get on the boat with them when they used to go to the island, and then stated, oh yeah, he always get on the boat. Why would he have to try? Because they used to leaving him, G4. That's why Nolan always try to get back on the boat with us. Because it sounds like to me that they are used to leaving him. That's what that sound like. Good question. Good question, G4. And I believe because they used to leaving him. Shout out to you, G4, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Shout out to Ashley coming in with the $5 super chat. If it was the other way around, they would say that the black boys left him behind purposely. Can I read that one more time? If it was the other way around, they would say the black boys left him behind purposely. And let me add on to that super chat. They would have said the black boys unalived the white boy. We know they would have said that for a fact. We know for a fact they would have said, well, it's possible that those black boys, because they was jealous of the white boy. They are the most violent people in this country. 1350. Black on black crime. Black people are 30 times more likely to harm a white person. Chicago. Oh, yeah, they would have. Come on now. We already know. But, of course, they're going to deny Ashley. They're going to deny because they are a bunch of devils.
When they were looking at the boat, they were actually walking from the boat, and she came out and...
Thank you so much, Bambi. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Shout out to Ebony coming in with the $5 super chat. There were tracking Nolan's parents, calling the police on them, trying to get them swatted. Make that make sense. So y'all was tracking Nolan's parents, calling the police on them, trying to get them swatted. That's crazy work. Somebody already said it. Clips already said crazy. Literally trying to get these people swatted, calling the police on the people, on the parents that's trying to find out where their child is. Y'all gonna call the police on them.
And started talking to them at that point.
But did the police get involved in some degree here?
Yes, that's what I'm about to get into. So whenever they were at my house hanging out, just hanging out in my front yard, finally they wouldn't leave. And one of the people there came up and started banging on the door again for whatever reason, I don't know. My brother actually had to call the cops. And
so they just calling the cops on everybody. These dudes turn into real Karens. Ain't nobody did nothing to them. Ain't nobody touched them. They just calling the police on them. These are real devils, family. They are telling you how they get down. These people are looking for Nolan. Instead of having compassion and understanding their concern and them being frustrated with y'all because y'all don't know nothing, I'm going to call the police on them and try to get them arrested while they looking for their child. Shout out to Anthony Davis coming in with the $2 super chat. Didn't say none, just showing your boy some love. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Anthony. I appreciate you. Shout out to you for that.
2 o'clock in the morning and removed them from our property. And after that, really haven't spoken to them since. But yeah, we had to call the cops to make them leave.
The cops came. Okay. You told them.
So they haven't spoke to Christine since they called the cops on them and have them removed off their property. And that was the last time they talked to them. And it's very clear how guilty that these people is. And it shows you that they are not friends with Nolan for real. Because why would you call the police on Nolan friends and parents? Why would you do that? And why not communicate? Even though this probably made you mad, why would you not communicate with them anymore? Shout out to G4 coming in with the $50 super chat. Truth is never reactive. Truth is always proactive. These men aren't explaining themselves, but responding to what social media is saying, which leads me to believe that maybe they know they aren't going to be prosecuted. And how would they know that? And you know what, G4? You remember early on in this interview when Jack stated, if we done this to Nolan, why are we not in jail? Why are we not in handcuffs? We're not geniuses. We can't cover up a unalive. There's no way that we can possibly do this. Yeah, Jack's just basically admitted. Yeah, if we done this, why we ain't in jail? We're not geniuses. Everything is responding to the backlash. These people was butthurt that Christine then was standing on business trying to get information about Nolan, going house to house, trying to get some information. Y'all gonna call the police on them? And then you said that's the last time we spoke to them because they got hostile with your punk ass? And this is the reason why y'all have been distanced from Nolan family, the guy that's supposed to be your brother. But y'all are trying to make us look at y'all as innocent individuals. No. Shout out to you, G4, for the $50 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much.
And then, is there anything else that you addressed with the cops while they were there?
Yeah, so the cops were asking me why these people are at my house in the first place, and I told them straight up, we don't know where our friend is at. I don't know where my best friend's at. These people don't know where their friend's at. We're trying to figure it out, and they're basically assuming that we did something to our friend.
Why would they assume that? Why would they assume that? When did they tell you that? Why would you assume that? Where are you getting this from? Did they say you? Bro, this is the same day. What are you talking about? Why would they assume y'all did something?
And he said okay, just taking notes, and then remove them from there.
Do you think that this had anything to do with race at this point? Meaning that they approached you because...
Why is he bringing up race? Why? And this is the same dude that's always crying and butthurt about black people bringing up race. The reason why we putting belt to ass to them is because they're white. He's the only person that's bringing up race in this interview. Do you believe the reason why they doing this is because of race? How did you even come up with that?
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
How did you even register that? And this is how you know the bootlicking and Samboing is on another level with this idiot. This man is explaining to you why he called the police, why he's doing this and he ain't done that. This fool said, do you believe race had a part in it? What did these race have to do with anything? This is the guy who be race hustling. This is the guy who be race baiting. He's the one that's making this about race because he is a white apologist. He's a white ass kisser. That is very weird to ask at a time. Where did that even come from? Shout out to G4 coming in with the $10 super chat. These interviews are a test. This is why the story is changing. One can't be a good liar if you don't know what the other people know. Once you do know, then you can be a good liar if the times come. And it's all falling apart, family. All of the lies are falling apart. All falling apart. Shout out to you, GQ, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Listen to this weird ass question.
And they're basically assuming that we did something to our friend, which we did. And he said, okay, just taking notes, and then remove them from there.
Do you think that this had anything to do with race at this point?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And this is why we don't take people like this serious. I hope the mainstream media, I hope the YT community is in here because I am the Sambo assassin. We don't take your Sambo class serious, right? And we see the effort that Brandon Tatum is, putting inside of this case, right? He's grifting by trying to sell his alcohol beverages and all that. He's doing promotion deals with the attorney. The attorney got the alcohol in the back of his video. Brandon Tatum has to go out of his way to defend YT people. That's his number one objective, is to make sure that he defend YT people by any means necessary. He's promoting their gifts and go. He's platforming him, and he's targeting Nolan Wells, the actual victim, Christine, his mother. He's attacking her. But he's sitting here in his interview and make it seem like that these people are the victim now, when they don't even know what happened to Nolan. Well, they tell us they don't know what happened. But somehow he got to try to wiggle this in to make this a race conversation. He has to do it, not us. He has to do it. This is y'all Sambo class. This is the guy that y'all put on a pedestal. This is the guy that y'all have enriched, making millions of dollars by telling you idiots that it's not your fault that you are a loser. It's not your fault that you are a victim. Racism isn't real. Brandon Tatum helped you soften up your racism by pointing the finger at black people. Shout out to Jones coming in with the $2 super chat. Save this fight video because they're scrubbing. I already got it. I'm already on it. Shout out to you.
Meaning that they approached you because of race, or they approached you because you were the last people with Nolan?
So why would they approach him because of race?
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Why would they approach? Like, what type of question is? My head hurt, fam. My head hurt. I'm going to be real with y'all, fam. I don't think I can take any more of this. I'm going to be real. I'm going to try to get through a couple of more minutes. I promise you, I can't take it. I only got a certain tolerance for stupidity. Already listening to these devils, already making my brain hurt. Brandon Tatum said they approached you because of race. No, idiot. They approached them because they got Nolan's phone. They got Nolan's car keys. And Nolan was last seen with these dummies. That's why you said they approached him because of race.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Whew. I cannot believe YT people listen to this guy.
At this point, they just want answers. I don't think this was about race. At this point, they
said they just want answers. This is not about race. At this point, of course they want answers. Why would you even think that this was about race? Like, oh my God.
They're mad and furious, and they don't know what's going on.
But, okay, if you know that was mad and furious, why would you call the police on them then? If you understand their frustration and y'all don't know nothing and y'all got his phone and car keys, but y'all telling them that their child is missing, why would you call the police on them? If you know that they are infuriated and they're upset. But Brandon Tatum, here he come trying to put on a cape. Did they approach you because you're white?
I also want to get this straight. Like, I know some of these people, and these people are like good people.
Yeah.
And I went to high school with these guys. Like, they know me and I know them, and they know my friends and they know them. This wasn't about race. They just knew for a fact that
Look at his face. He's like, why did y'all say that? Why did y'all say that this has nothing to do with race? I tried my best to try to insert this in because this is what I do. I have to try to point the blame at black people and make it seem like black people just going after white people because they're white. I have to interject and insert this race baiting theory that Christine is targeting these white men because they're racist. But they just shut that down. And look at his face, family. Look how stupid he is. Look how stupid his face is.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Brandon Taylor, I know you feel dumb right now. I know you feel dumb that Warren had to just shut this down, shut your little theory down that you try to make this about race. I know you tried with them. Look at this man. This man got double D titties. This man go out his way to try to wear the color black, to try to hide them tig old bitties. You can't hide them, Brandon Tatum. Put on a bra, sir. This is a children's show. I'm tired every time I see you on camera, you got them tig old bitties out. This is disrespectful and out of order, sir.
Went on the boat with us. And they were worked up, and that's okay. And they were mad, but that wasn't handling things. That wasn't trying to help. You getting mad isn't helping anything.
What you mean getting mad ain't helping anything? You telling them that you don't know where their child is while having their cell phone device and car keys, and they were supposed to be with you and come back home with y'all idiots back on the boat. And you think that they supposed to be, what, kumbaya holding hands, all calm? You know why these people are saying this? Because these are people that come from the lineage of evil. They come from a lineage of violence, vicious people. So when they see black people concerned about their child that's nowhere to be found, these people like, that's just not the way to do it. That's just not the way. Like I said, Warren, you lucky that it was Christine. My foot would have been in your bottom. Like literally stuck in your bottom. Like my foot would have been stuck. They would have had to call the paramedics to get my foot out of your bottom. The whole time. You lucky it was them.
Instead of solving the problem and trying to figure out, hey, where is Nolan? They were just getting pissed off and not handling things the right way. And I mean, that's what happened.
You guys said you ended up going and looking for Nolan the next morning, but you said you were thinking about doing it that night.
Yes.
Family, we'll finish this one on tomorrow. We'll finish the rest of this on tomorrow. We got still more time to cook. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the team. Yeah, family, I'm telling you, the lies are crumbling. The district attorney is panicking. The district attorney out here sending letters talking about the family got 48 hours to release the phone. Christine, don't do that. Do not do that. Because y'all made an agreement that it was going to be a third party involved when y'all go over that phone. Do not give that phone up because we know what they're trying to do. We know what they're trying to do with that phone. Make sure that your independent contractor, your independent investigator is there. The FBI is there. More hands is involved when it comes with this phone. And I just find it very fascinating that the district attorney, we haven't heard from her since she dropped her video telling us how the case is sealed and she can't provide the public with no answers, no type of information. That they working day in and day out to try to find out what happened to Nolan. They trying to make sure that the members of the community can have no worries. We got it. But the district attorney, here's what I got a problem with. Somebody is leaking information in your department, and you know that is against the law. Instead of making threats to the Wells family about giving up the phone, how about you do an investigation on Chris Cuomo, on Bart Simpson attorney that allegedly know, we don't know if they making it up or not, but they got on the social media platform and stated that they know his toxicology report. They know his autopsy, and that's supposed to be sealed, ma'am. That's supposed to be sealed. That's against the law. And I hope Benjamin Crump and Christine them are paying attention to what they got going on over there. We're not going anywhere, district attorney. We're not going anywhere, mainstream media. Me and the family are standing here 10 toes down until we get answers about what happened to our brother Nolan Wells. Get mad, assault us, shame us, do whatever you want. Call us whatever you want. That won't work. It's August the 16th. We've been standing on business since they pulled his body out of the ocean on July 6th. I'm pretty sure y'all should get the picture now of how serious we are about our people. I know y'all been used to covering shit up like this and lying on black people and sweeping cases like this under the rug and coming out here telling us, hey, I don't expect no foul play. That's it. That's all. Go home, black people. No, it's over for that. It's over for that. Shout out to Shirley coming in with the $2 super chat. How did Nolan stay with Katie if she was on the boat? We know, Shirley. We know. We already know the answer to that. We already know the answer to that. Lies. But everything they say is true. Everything that they say is true. But when we present evidence, when we call out their lies, hey, we race baiting. We race hustling. Y'all trying to make everything about race. Why y'all just won't go away? That's what they really want to say, family. Why y'all just won't go away? I tell y'all this every time. And just look at the chat. I want you to pay attention to the chat, mainstream media. I know y'all in here. Thank you for being a part of the show. And I want the trolls to pay attention to the chat. These are the elite class of black people. You just can't say a bunch of words and thinking that you just finna run us off. We are our ancestors. We are covered by our ancestors. That's why we are putting belt to ass to y'all right now. This is what we do. We are suffocating the lies, family. That's why they got to come and address us directly. TMZ, ABC, CBS. Oh, what the blacks are saying over there in black media. Yeah, let's go over there and see what they're talking about and bring it over here to our platform and say, this is what the black community is saying. Nobody want to come over here and get interviewed. Have you guys thought about that? Them boys, those men want to run over there on that side and do a bunch of interviews. Everybody is bouncing around to 3 platforms. Those devils, the attorneys, Brandon Tatum, they only bouncing around 3 platforms. Chris Cuomo, who is an anti-black racist, Bussy Tatum platform, and Nancy Grace. Everybody that's anti-black, those are the platforms that they are going to. Here's my invitation to Tyler Cox. I would love to interview you. This is my message and invitation to Edwards. My platform is open to an interview. There's plenty other black content creators with large platforms that will love to host you and those devils. Because y'all know y'all not going to get away with just babbling over here. Absolutely not. So you have to go play it safe. You have to go do a scripted interview. those attorneys are somehow skipping over black media for some reason. Why do y'all want to come over here to black media? We have a lot of great black content creators over here that would love to host you. But somehow y'all want to stay away from us. Mr. Tyler Cox, Edwards. Come over here and have a conversation with me and the family. Yeah, we got a couple questions we need to ask you. If you don't mind, if you're not scared, if you trying to be transparent, you too, Bart Simpson attorney. I see you over there on Chris Cuomo platform lying, and we're going to go over you tomorrow. I don't think they understand how serious the family is right now. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them because they've been used to doing what they've been doing for a long time, family. They've been used to doing what they're doing. Somebody get found in a tree, no foul play. Our sister Taisha down there in Jackson, Mississippi, the same day they said that, no foul play. Trey Reed go to college, 30 days later, he's in a tree. No foul play. Daniel Irvin go swimming with his white friends. He's allegedly drowned. His white friends get arrested 3 months later, deleting text messages out of his phone, taking his clothes off, throwing his clothes in a tree. No foul play. Our young brother Daryl, 13 years old, go to a white man house that was supposed to be his foster parents, get drowned, get stabbed to death by 2 white boys. But y'all are making this about race. Black people, how dare you? Even though all these cases got to do with black people being unalive by white people, but how dare you make this about race? How dare you stand 10 toes down about the family? How dare you be a voice and be an advocate for your people that's being done wrong in this country for centuries? It's the ancestors speaking through you. That's what that is. Very interesting. It's not us. It's our ancestors. Don't blame us. We just descendants from the most powerful people that ever touched the face of this earth. Yeah, that's us. Nice to meet you. Say hello to the family. Nothing is going to work. Nothing. Give it up. The only option you got is to be transparent, be honest, be truthful. Because ain't no way around this smoke. Ain't no way around it. We smoking y'all out. We are the reason why those devils doing interviews. We are. Because they have to address us now. Ain't no more ignoring us. Ain't no more ignoring us, family. Yeah, they got to address what we saying. Yeah, let's go out here and do an interview because all the black people out here saying this about us, saying this about you, saying y'all doing this, y'all done this. Yeah, they got to address us now. Yeah, we said it. Now talk about it. Yeah, we said it, TMZ, CBS, Fox News. We said it. Now talk about it. Y'all messing with the wrong. We will get justice for our brother Nolan Wells. You can best believe that. Best believe that. Your old trick books, your old habits, wrap it up. I tell y'all this every live stream. It don't work. We still here. I'm still here. We still here. Me and the family here every day. Where do you think we're going? You think we're just going to turn our back on our people like that? You crazy. You are dealing with the warrior class. We ready for battle. Let's do it. We are ready to go to war for our people. I'm a real soldier for my people. I'm not hiding. No. I'm showing you my face so you know exactly who I am. And I want to make this sure that I'm clear over here for the new people over here. I picked a side. I'm standing on the side with my people. So if you a fence sitter, you to play both sides and I see things. You on the wrong platform here. Yeah, I picked the side and I'm making it known. So when you see Gentleman Den coming, you already know what side I'm on. We are only getting better. We are only growing. We are only getting louder and louder, family, because we are something to reckon with. I told you, family, since day one, your voice is not going unnoticed. Your presence, your support is not going unnoticed. They over here with us right now. Look at them. Why wouldn't you want to be around all this black excellence? I'm not shocked. All of these people talking about they got black fatigue, but y'all always in my chat room among the elite class of black people over here. You got so much black fatigue, but you can't stay away. But I welcome you. This is a learning lesson. You can't feed us lies. We are not pushovers. We are not stupid and we are not dumb. But the more you keep trying to play us like we're dumb, the more pressure we are going to continue to apply. It's too many black deaths that's going around in this country going unsolved. Every day somebody in the tree. Every day somebody. And y'all just want us to sit back and not say nothing? Oh, no foul play. Yeah, pack up and go home, family. Yeah, it's nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, black people. No foul play. Go on, go. Bye. Go on. Bye. Carmelo, Nolan Wells drowned. Go on. Damn, they still here? I tried to seal the case, and black people are still here. I tried to keep everything under wraps, and black people still here. I tried to run a smear campaign on Nolan Wells, and black people are still here. There's a spotlight on Ocean Springs, Mississippi right now. The state of Mississippi, period. Shout out to April coming in with a $20 super chat. Power to our people. That you for what you're doing. Thank you for what you're doing. No, thank you, April. Thank you. Thank you, guys. It's because of you. It's because of us, family. This unity is they are trying their best to distract us. They're trying their best. They want us over here arguing about dumb shit. They want us to lose focus at the task at hand. No. We're talking about this right here. This right here and right here only. Yeah. Yeah, so what about black on black crime? What about 1350? What about Chicago? Yeah, fuck all that. What happened to Nolan? What happened to Taisha? What happened to Daniel Irvin? What happened to Tyler Smith? What happened to Trey Reed? Why is that doctor examiner not ruling these deaths a homicide? Not one death? Not one black death? You think we stupid? That's good. I want you to look at me, look at the family, and I want you to think we stupid. I want you to underestimate us. Because what is about to come, I wouldn't want to be on the opposite side. Let's just say that. I wouldn't want to be on the opposite side of this pressure that me and the family got right now. This unity that we have, the most dangerous thing that black people can do is be unified. The most dangerous thing that we can do right now in this country is be unified. I dare y'all to stay unified. They got to try to throw a wrench over here on us. They got to try to throw a grenade, something. That's why they sent it to the Sambo class. The Sambos. But that's the old trick in the books. We laugh at y'all Sambo class. All these black people that's speaking against Nolan, oh, he drowned and Carmelo should never have brought a knife to the track meet. All these black people that's speaking against the movement, what we got going on, that's an old tactic. We don't care nothing about them. They're outsiders for a reason. And they can get stumped out too. Just because we share the same skin color don't mean that we on one accord. I want to make that clear. Because I see a bunch of Sambos out here. I am the Sambo assassin. We're going to address you. I'm going to get around to you. I've been collecting a lot of information, a lot of names. All that bootlicking out there, we're going to address it. If y'all don't like it, hey, exit stage left. I am the Black Assassin. I am the Sambo Assassin. I come here to do work. I didn't come here to play. I came here. I am on a mission. I'm on a mission for my people. I came here to do work. What I tell you guys every single live stream, let's get to work, family. Get in here. We got work to do. Get in here. We got work to do, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the team. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this evening. I appreciate you guys. And I want you guys to make sure you put this on your calendar. August 19th, Carmelo Anthony goes to court. Wednesday, August 19th, 9 a.m. for the recuser of Judge Cockroach, to get him recused. The following day, August the 20th, 9 a.m. Thursday, Carmelo Anthony returns back to court for arguments for a new trial, ladies and gentlemen. Let me repeat it again. August 19th, Carmelo Anthony goes back to court to get Judge Cockroach recused from the case. August the 20th, 9 a.m. Thursday, arguments for a retrial, ladies and gentlemen. We need this, family. We need this. We need this. And I just want you guys to keep Carmelo Anthony in your prayers. And we have to be there for him, because a lot of people think we forgot about Carmelo Anthony. Not over here. Not over here. So if anybody that's close down to Collin County, both of the court hearings will be open to the public. They have released statements that you can video and audio record both hearings. And we have to show up and support our brother Carmelo Anthony, family. He need us. He need us. We got work to do. And this platform is for the warrior class, because we get to work over here. We don't get tired. We don't get fatigued. We are laced up, suited up, and ready for battle. We are laced up, suited up, and ready for battle, ladies and gentlemen. Free Carmelo Anthony. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells. Don't worry about it, brother. I got you. Job well done, Nolan Wells. Job well done. Rest on, my brother. I got it from here. If don't nobody else got your back, bro, I got your back. I'm willing to put it on the line for you, bro. May your soul rest on. Rest on. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this evening. I appreciate you guys. I love y'all so much. I truly appreciate you guys. Until we meet again, thank you so much.